me know, man. What do y'all think? Let's go through the comments now, because I know y'all been letting me get some real good information in there, and I really can't see them. They kind of far away. I really can't see them that good, but I do want to read them because, like I said, I know y'all have some heat in there for me. Let's see here. Oh, and shout out to everybody. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. We trying to get, and thank y'all for helping me get over 2,000 subscribers. Let's look at this chat real quick and see what we got. Shout out to Paris. You've been lacing me. Shout out to Hippie Easter. Shout out to Mike, Killer, K-Way, Baby K, JR, She Shell. I don't know how you pronounce that. Val Pow. Who else we got in there? Curious Friend. All right, let's start reading. Shout out to y'all for lacing the track. Okay. Let's see here. Let me see where I should start at. Okay. Let's see where I should start at. Let's see where I should start at. No, I wasn't saying they couldn't call Gaither back. I was just saying that Gaither can't speak to what Lil Wayne was talking about. She doesn't have the foundation for that. So let's see here what we got here. Gaither and Love keep saying in furtherance of the gang, but to what goal? I kind of agree because they just keep saying as if because they pretty much, what's going on, J5? They pretty much just make it seem like anything they do, like, oh, this could promote, this could make somebody scared. So they're trying to further the gang because the way that they describe furtherance of the gang is pretty much similar to terroristic type stuff. So pretty much if you do something that could invoke fear in somebody, then that's furtherance of the gang. So you don't even have to commit a crime. The fact that you shout out YSL loud in a crowd that would scare people, then all right, that's furtherance of the gang. Which is how they were able to get people in here that have said things in music videos. It's like, oh, that's the furtherance because they're promoting the gang. It's foolishness. Yeah, Dexter Montgomery told the jury he was shot before the gas station. And we discussed that last week. He said that because his memory when he got shot and the way he got shot, it pretty much it blanked him out. He just didn't remember anything except he left the house. So that was all that was. He just couldn't remember anything. Love kept saying Lil Wayne and the game did nothing to them. This is the thing about Love. She'll say anything. I'm not even gonna lie. She'll say anything up in there. If you don't object, she will say anything. The thing about it is she objects all the time when the defense says something, but the defense is not as heavy on the objections, but she'll try to get anything off. Remember, that's what Keith Adams pretty much went off on her, and that's what Brian Steele went off on her a couple of weeks ago about, because she will literally say, she'll tell the judge they're lying, they're making it up. She tried to get that off and then get mad talking about somebody personally attacking her. You said, where we at with it, Sharice? We are really wrapping it up. Day 3, you got to go back to the beginning, family. Okay, so let me see what Curious Fran has said. No, here we go. Val Powell said, I actually went back and watched the Atlanta teacher scandal this week, and some of the administrators had beat individual cases when they got pulled into the RICO. Fulton County been doing this for years. That's real. They have to charge each one of them individually. There's charges in there that each one of them can beat. I just feel like the way that this is set up to at minimum, the gang part is the part that they're going to have the hardest time with. And the way the RICO is set up. But the gang part, probably the hardest part, because they already have all of these people that took plea deals saying, yes, we're a gang. And yes, these other people are in the gang, or they founded the gang with me, or all that type of stuff. The teacher scandal wasn't really necessarily like you're being charged for being part of an organization where you're saying you're not part of it and these other people are saying you are part of it. That teacher scandal was a little bit different in as far as that goes. So that's why it was a little bit easier for some of them to beat certain parts of the case. All they had to do was show that they didn't do some of the acts that they were accused of. Let's see here. Curious Fran said, honestly, I think the Pac and Big comments was going to the fact that outside people influenced the beef and added more fuel to the fire, which is what the gang is essentially doing. That's a fact. And the state, there's like language barriers a lot of times between academics and people in the street. Lawyers and prosecutors and all that, they're academics. They don't understand street terminology. When they say this with the whole Pac and Big thing is, they pretty much saying leave the beef thing alone because you know where it can go. They're not saying you seen Pac got killed, so we about to come try to do it to you. That's not what they were saying. That's not even what that means. And the academic side, they trying to play like that like that's what that means. It don't mean that. And we all know that's not what that means. And that's also like when you go back to what DK was saying is like pretty much what y'all call a gang is not what we call it. Y'all are calling us a gang. We don't call us a gang. The reason we keep on talking about gang stuff is because of these other gangs that we was a part of. Sex Bunny Murder, 30 Deep, all these other things. Those are the gangs. The Rolling 60s and all this other stuff. Those are the gangs. YSL, we came together to try to make music. We was in the streets. We were in other gangs. YSL, y'all are calling it a gang. It's not a gang. That's what DK was trying to say. Like, I'm confused. He kept saying like, y'all, but what y'all trying to say is not really what it is. That's why there's no rules to get in. There's no initiation to get in. There's no initiation to get out. There's no bylaws. There's no nothing. They don't have to pay dues. They don't have to do anything because the YSL part is just a collection of street dudes that was in their own gangs coming together to say, we about to form this big like conglomerate of street niggas that make that rap now. That's what it is. They all like, when have y'all ever known somebody to be like, I'm in two legit gangs? Like I'm a Rolling 60 Crip and I'm a insane Crip or whatever. Like they're not gonna be in two different gangs at the same time. Don't work like that. The YSL thing was street dudes coming together to say we about to. They wasn't like and that's what Walter Murphy kept on answering the questions the way he was answering. Like, this is not really what you're saying. I hope y'all understand what I mean right there. It's like YSL is not like a real gang. It's a collection of street dudes that's trying to make music. But yeah, Val Powell. His DK's lawyer was making him say a bunch of stuff, but he was kind of just going with what they wanted him to say. Like he knowing like, okay, cool. This is a gang. He's in it. We started it. Like, yes, let me get a plea deal. I don't want to go to prison for 30 years because of this Dexter Montgomery shooting. I didn't shoot him. I was high at the time. I really didn't even want to be there. Like, yeah, whatever you want me to say, I'm gonna say it, and let's get up out of here. And the state keep on trying to play with this whole asking the detective, did you tell Walter Murphy to say this? Did you tell D'Angelo White to say this? No, that's not. Coercion doesn't work like that. You don't have to tell them to say it. They're dealing with the police. They know what expectations are. They know what you want them to say so that they can get out of trouble. You see what I'm saying? It's like once they get into those situations, they kind of feel stuck. They feel like, okay, I have to say something because I'm in here and I don't want to be in trouble, so I got to say something. Clearly, as they got older, they realized a little bit different and they don't want to talk as much now. But when they was young dudes, they didn't really know. So they, whatever, okay, I'm in the back of the car. I told you to give me $20. You don't want to give me 20? All right, well, I'm going to still tell you everything anyway. If it was now, he probably wouldn't have done that because he's older now. He probably seen more interactions with the police, knowing that they be on bull crap, like all that type of stuff. So yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Yes, thank y'all. Please like and subscribe to the video. Yeah, Dexter Montgomery was in a car full of guns. And my whole thing about Dexter Montgomery is, though, because his memory was wiped out and because he's still having health issues and all that, they couldn't really go at him, though. They couldn't figure out, like, was y'all really following him around trying to rob them? Like, the best bet was to leave that alone, right? Just you don't want to be like somebody got their head knocked off and lived. You don't want to be seen as the lawyer that's badgering a person that went through that. Whether if they was about to rob them or not, we'll never know because it never happened. You see what I'm saying? And just hearing him up there say things like we never made it to, like he was adamant, we never made it to the gas station. That probably had an effect on the jury to say, wow, he really does not know that they was at the gas station. It's on video. And then they drove off and it was about to spin the block. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. What's going on, little folks? Did I get a chance to watch any of the Senate hearing reviewing Fulton County Spending Authority? Nah, when did that happen? I need to tap in. Hey, big fan of you. I would like to know your Instagram account. The Instagram is The Regular Network. That's The Regular Network on Instagram. We talked about, just put a clip up today. We was talking about Deasia Fair from Syracuse that just got drafted to the WNBA team, the Las Vegas Aces. Just put a clip up today about that. How much money do you think the state has spent on this case so far? I have no idea, but I do know this is by far the most expensive case in Georgia history. They're spending more money than they ever spent. They're trying to get more. First of all, they're fighting against people that have plenty of money. That's first. Second of all, the just the sheer amount of people that they're needing to prosecute this case is just ridiculous. I know that they hurting over there. They have to be. These people need a break. They need a vacation. And they're not going to get sleep until this case is over. So I don't know. Those from the same area, it would be understandable. They claim YSL of a successful thug. Yeah. It give them and that's what they were saying. That's what they were saying. Like if y'all remember the opening statements, Brian Steele said Young Thug never even met some of the people that y'all have charged in this indictment with him. These was just, and I said this, I had tweeted about this as I was watching. I'm just thinking like, some of these young dudes probably went and, robbed a liquor store one time and got a case for it. And then they had YSL on the Instagram page. And now they're being looked at as part of YSL because they might be from Southeast Atlanta somewhere. Whole time they have no clue. They never met Young Thug. Young Thug don't know who they are. They just was claiming YSL on the internet and probably beat a few people up. That's pretty much how they got all these people in here. Some of these people have no connections to Young Thug outside of they claim YSL at some point, or they might have known YSL back in the day. Britt Parris said, "Does all the defense have money?" I don't think they all have money because what's the young boy that sit in the back of the courtroom with Miss D. Williams? She's a pro bono like state sponsored attorney, so he doesn't have money. He's indigent, so he definitely got appointed one from the state. Is it me or Miss Hilton more quiet? I could be reaching though. Miss Hilton has been quiet because Gaither has been on the stand for the last however long, and it's not her witness. But Hilton is like the key to this whole thing. Like they go as far as Simone Hilton goes because she is the one that's the sharp one up there. She's the one that's up there when Attorney Love don't remember something or don't know something. Hilton is the one feeding her the information, right? Do y'all notice that? Hilton is the driving force behind this case right here. She is on point. She don't lose many arguments when they doing these sidebar conversations and arguments. And when the judge says, I'm ruling this way, she does not stand up there and argue a million times. She presents case law and presents the argument. Once the ruling happens, she's done. Love is the one that's kind of like off her rocker a little bit. I don't know what that's about, but Hilton is for sure been quiet this week, but she's been, still feeding information to Love, especially about the part where they was like, especially when they was Attorney Love is up there talking about, we're about to play this part of the video because we never played it before. And then Hilton had to whisper to her, we did play this. We played it yesterday and we played it last week. And the judge is like, you played it. I thought you played it. And then so Hilton is up there having to keep Love. I don't know. I'm feeling like Love needs a break. Honestly, y'all let me know what y'all think. I think she needs a break. I think she needs a for sure break. Let me see. I'm from New Orleans and I was definitely saying Sue Woo because of Wayne. Never been a blood, just be like that. That's facts. So many of these young, and they have said a million times, we got this because we was fans of Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne started saying it. He started saying slime and all that. And Lil Wayne got slime from New York. So all of these rappers was just influencing each other to start saying stuff that the young kids picked up. And it was just like, that's what I mean. These academics and this disconnect with the young impoverished youth have them accusing these kids of stuff that don't even make sense. It don't make sense to us that come from these environments, but these academics don't have any clue what's going on, so they just start saying anything. It's ridiculous. Why you think he was so comfortable asking Gaither for $20? He must have knew she gets down like that. I think that's kind of what they was insinuating, that somebody said Gaither be paying. That I'm assuming in the streets they must have been saying Gaither pays for that. I don't think that's the case though. I think he asked for $20 because he was so young. He was only 18. He was so young he didn't really know how this whole thing worked. He didn't know how snitching worked. He probably thought so many people snitch because they was getting paid by the police, or he was watching The Wire or something and thought that that's how they really get down. And I'm sure some cops do get down like that. Maybe he just ran into that one that day that just didn't. Spending misconduct on Fonnie Willis. Is that what they was looking for? Yeah, I'm gonna have to tap back in with that because it's election season right now. Fonnie Willis is on the ballot and Judge Glanville is on the ballot, but Glanville is not running up against anybody, so he'll win because there's no opponent, pretty much. I can imagine that Love and Hilton don't always agree. Love goes off emotions. They definitely don't always agree, but Love is the head prosecutor. So they pretty much got to go as she goes. I think Miss Love has a shrine of Young Thug in her bedroom. That's how loony she seemed. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, J5 said they got slime specifically from Nori. Yeah, Nori made it up. He just flat out made it up. It had nothing to do with the gangs. And then for some reason, the Bloods got a hold of it and they took it on as their own. But Young Thug got it from Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne got it from New York when he was up there dealing with Dipset and all them. So either way, like, it's just they reaching so crazy right now that it's wild. Y'all put y'all thoughts in the thing.